What's up, gamers, gamies, and gamettes? My name is John, and welcome back to Memento of Spring. Last time, basically, we had the Princess of Calamity destroy a bakery because she didn't want to, stop her hunger. Poor little Amelie, but Amelie didn't have any money and keep telling her, we can't, feed you, you can, eat later on, but she was a spoiled little brat and decided to destroy the bakery. Along with that, having a nice little conversation with her, as well as Amelie had a terrible nightmare about her, or the flashback, and also has to apologize to the locals because of her destruction and stuff. So enough of me rambling, let's go back to the story, shall we? A bright and beautiful afternoon, meaning that something awful was going to happen. It seemed that no matter how vigorously the sun forced its warmth down on the back of my neck, I could only find myself walking further and further beneath a dark cloud. Oh, poor Amelie. I blinked instinctively, shielded my eyes, then immediately felt ashamed at the unaccustomed I now was to the world of the living. Transition. Ooh. Oh, so that's what she looks like. When did I become like this? Oh my god, that's actually pretty cute. I like that. I really do. Oh, I like the little nice armor bracelet right there. And the nice, metal armor chest plate right there. Also the nice little cute helmet with the freaking wings, I assume, in the back. This is a really cool CG right here. I'm really digging it. It's really nice and well pulled out. Really done. I really like that. That's really cool, man. That is really cool. Even vampires saw more daylight than I did. Right now, I looked like a deathly white as Juliane. For all I knew, people likely thought we weren't living in a chapel. We were haunting it. I sighed, then followed it up with a yawn. Not just any yawn, but a tragic, unladylike yawn, as a weight of the world had dropped on my head, squeezed my breath out, and then rolled off my stiff and aching shoulders. Well, you're wearing metal, first of all, armor as well. So you're basically like a bodyguard or something, or a retainer of young Juliane. Alright. I'm sorry. Stretching my back, I was immediately rewarded with an ever so quiet and ever so ominous crack. I feel the same way on that thing. It felt like an imaginary weight pushing down on me had increased until my knees were almost buckling. I wanted to weep. Listless eyes, pale skin, creaking bones. And Mother always wondered why I never had any interesting news to share with her. Ellipses. Somewhere in the near distance, I could hear the sound of laughing children encroaching of Juliane's territory. I needed to quietly shoo them away before I headed to the market. Everyone's out playing today. If only that girl would spend more time outdoors, I wouldn't be such a hermit. Well, there was nothing more to do to it. It was time to get to work. Transition, segues with lines. I shook my head and shuffled past as a stall owner pitched his wares at me. For the most part, the calls of the merchant simply flew over me now. Before, I'd be so overwhelmed by the relentless attention that I'd be pushed into buying anything and everything. But now, the many sights, sounds, and aromas of this busy port had long lost their hold over me. When the only times I enjoyed the outside was to fulfill Juliane's wish for a 3-course meal to be made available to every hour of every day. That gluttonous. Even the most bustling market felt as empty to me as a daily routine. But what can I do? This was what she demanded, and thus, this was what my role was. I couldn't complain that I wasn't warned repeatedly about what to expect. At least I could console myself with the fact that she never asked me to do anything criminal. As long as it was just her consent of pickishness that needed attending to, I could be reduced to an errand girl and no more. Still, I at least managed to glean some valuable life skills from this unedible role because Juliane's survival on a budget was talent I'd recently acquired. While I never once treated money with flippancy, I was rarely required to tend to my excursions outside to concede with the falling price of perishable goods. Past midday was best by then. What remained of the day's catches were the leftovers, either too small or too whiffy to appear palatable. It was all the same to Juliane, though. If I could be carried beyond recognition and poked with a stick, then she devoured it without prejudice. I buried another sigh into the ground before peering around at the food stalls.
Oi! Oi, you!
Girl with the shooty armor.
You look like the unhappiest person here. Seriously, what's up with the gloom oozing from you? It's so thick I can barely breathe. The only reason there aren't gray clouds swirling above you is because you make them feel too depressed to stay. At least try polishing your armor or something to brighten your look. Not even the penniless bandits would be interested in robbing you now.
All of a sudden, I was made to feel petty as someone directly behind me was being verbally harassed. Is not what was happening. Ellipses.
Excuse me. Are you speaking to me?
Yeah, you. The one, miserable face. I don't know what's wrong, but spare the thought for the happy families and enjoying the day out. They don't need to be reminded of how tragic life really is. Without an outlook like that, perhaps she was the one who needed perking up.
Well, whatever, I needed your help.
Excuse me, but I believe you will be more successful in soliciting for help from strangers by going straight to asking for help and skipping the judgment part.
Okay, thanks. Have you seen this woman?
She just skips. Oh my god. Just what I wanted. All water paper shoved in my face. Asking for help was certainly more aggressive these days than how I remembered it would be. A lot has changed since I last went outside.
A woman? Oh.
I saw the bag and choke of recognition. It was a sketch portrait of a girl. One whom I terribly missed the fortune of knowing. This was awful. Only people worse than the girl in the sketch were the ones sent to give chase to her. No, wait. This was no need to panic. I suddenly had to put out an action of a contingency plan. I prepared for this very event that our familiarity was discovered. Deny everything.
So, this woman. Have you seen her? Yes, no? Yes or no? What does that mean? I asked you a yes or a no, not a mumble. Have you seen her?
No, I haven't seen her. Not today, not yesterday, and certainly not the day before the near docks either. Nailed it. I do not know her. I never dealt with her. I reject any notations that I share any connections with her whatsoever.
I smell bullshit.
I see. I swallowed the gulp trepidation. I'm sure she saw it as well.
Well, alright then.
Huh?
You don't know her, gotcha. In that case, sorry for the bother.
Huh? That's it? Stop talking, Amelie. You're not helping. You're not helping the situation.
Sure, why wouldn't it be?
Because something was clearly wrong with my counterfeit denials.
Alright, sorry. Before I leave, here, take this.
What is this? A piece of cloth?
It's a piece of cloth. It's a handkerchief. Never seen one before. They're amazing things, you know. They can dust and wipe and do all sorts of things. Everyday magic.
I've seen handkerchiefs before. Yes. May I ask why you handed me a handkerchief?
No. The question should be, why are you handing me an enchanted handkerchief?
I'm sorry, I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
Of course I'm being serious. I purchased it at a world-famous bazaar. The thing worth more than rocks this town was built on. Truthfully, I want to give you a hair comb too. Your hair looks like it's trying to escape from your weird helmet, but I don't carry any around me. With me. Use this handkerchief next time you get, okay? It'd be better than wax the polish for the metal armor. Bye-bye.
Wait, I really don't want...
I mean, that's not what I... Who are you? Thanks for the chat. White.
Without turning my head, she disappears into the crowd and slips away before my hand could even reach out to stop her. I guess I'll just finish shopping. I peered out the beautiful radiant sky once more, all the while grasping the random handkerchief that a total stranger had just donated to me. It's gonna be one of those days. Transition, segue, another church. Oh, the chapel. Returning to the chapel, I discovered the girl loitering at the top of the steps, alternating between peering through the keyhole and shuffling between the two seats of windows. I could clearly see what she was waiting for someone, anyone, to come out. Frankly, this was a surprise. I figured Juliane had chased all the regulars away by now, but I suppose that even for a small town, there was still the occasional unsuspecting local I had yet to apologize to. Readying my finest look of regret, I walked towards her, all the while announcing myself with footsteps as heavy as my soul. She swept around my face before I even begun climbing the stairs. Excuse me, can I have a moment of your time? I'm a bit of lost. I lowered the bag of sacrifices I prepared for Juliane's consumption. As ever, a single day's amount of cumbersome that my arm wouldn't be able to survive the briefest of conversation while holding it. Oh, of course. How may I help you? This is the town's chapel, isn't it? Or wouldn't it be happen to another one that I've missed? I've seen the accompanying bell tower is matches to the description was given, but the doors are locked and nobody is answering inside. Shouldn't it be noon services by currently right now? I'm hesitant to knock harder in case I'm disturbing something important. No, this is definitely the town's chapel, and it is the only one too. But I'm afraid the reason for the doors are locked is because normal servers aren't running at the moment. Although, they're not to say they'll be running anytime later either. How come? The chapel is currently occupied, I'm being used by someone. In the meantime, the sisters have moved to the capital. I see, I had no idea. That does make the location more understandable. Excuse me? If I may ask, are you about to enter? Those bags, are you here to provide a delivery of some kind? Well, both. I mean, yes, I'm heading inside. Although it's more than just to drop off a delivery. I'm a temporary resident here. Is that so? All of a sudden, I felt myself being clearly appraised. First, the girl examined my shoddy, unpolished armor. Second, my gloomy, cloud, frightening face. By any chance, could you happen to be Miss Pennywhistle? Pennywhistle. I hope it wasn't either of those things which gave me away. Yes, that will be me. Then, when you say the chapel is currently occupied by a certain someone, would that happen to be a well-known juvenile sorceress? Yes. Unless you're seeking reimbursement, in which case she's out right now. Huh? Reimbursement? I see. So, they weren't just rumors after all. Rumors? What rumors? Which rumors? The rumors about Juliane von Westerholz boost a reputation for the unimaginable calamity and serial delinquency. Unimaginable calamity and serial delinquency? Is that all? All? Why? Is that a reputation not good enough for a 12-year-old girl? Well, for her, if it's just calamity and delinquency. That would be a pleasant surprise. Then again, I suppose she has been behaving herself lately. Maybe I should scrounge her up some money for a high quality meat as a reward? Dots. If those traits can be considered as an improvement of her on her usual behavior, I'm sure I want to think about what she was like before. Well, there's no need to look so worried or terrified. After all, you can leave those emotions to me from now on. I am not a debt collector or a calamity. I am Juliane's new tutor. You're... Oh, are you from that school? That's school? Yes, I've been dispatched from the Royal Lavender Academy. Oh right, the Academy. I'm sorry, Juliane refuses to call it by its proper name. I might have picked up that habit. Is that so? Well, it's only fair. Since her name was blacklisted by the Academy, I suppose she can only return the favor. Would you believe it? I had to spend an entire day just trying to coax out the name of my supposed student. Apparently, she doesn't have the most fans in the world. That's funny. Why did she get her name blacklisted again? You know what? I think I'm gonna leave it off for right now. We're gonna find out why was the reason Juliane's was blacklisted in the first place. So without further ado, guys, I hope you guys have a good night, good evening, good morning, from wherever from. Wait, so peace out and sign. I messed up my own outro. Bye bye.